With that, we bring Andy Levin in. Andy's a former congressman from the state of Michigan. He campaigned for all this, been on the show, I think, before this with us, telling us about what might happen. And now that we know what did happen, again, young people were the driving force. I know there's been a lot of attention on Arab American voters, but it was more than that last night. What was the message that was sent?
Well, you mentioned Washtenaw County with Ann Arbor, also East Lansing, where Michigan State University is. I mean, progressives, college students, Arab Americans, other Muslims, people are very upset about the war in Gaza, and they told the president, we put you in there in 2020. We need you to change course in order to reelect you in November. There's 252 days, Connell, between February 27th and November 5th, and this is a message to the president that don't just give us rhetoric or send great surrogates here or do nice advertisements. We actually need a policy change in order to get you reelected. And from my point of view, that has to happen, Connell. We need to reelect the president. So.
Right, so you want to vote for Biden, in other words. You're a Democrat. You want him to change his policy so he's more in line with the way you see things so that you can vote for him. The other options available to people who support this movement are to stay home, right? Or they, you know, could vote for somebody else. They could go for, I don't know, an RFK Jr. or maybe more likely someone like a Cornell West, who, by the way, is on this show next hour. So what's going to happen here?
Well, remember, 3% also voted for Marianne Williamson, who was a pro-ceasefire candidate, too. So that kind of adds to the protest vote. She'd already withdrawn, and she still got that vote.
Right.
I think it's extremely important for the president to take this message and really rethink our policy towards this war in Gaza. Do you remember, Connell, after the horrible attack of October 7th, and before Israel started prosecuting this war, Secretary Austin said, what is the military strategy? Our uniformed service leader said, eliminating Hamas actually isn't a strategy.
But isn't Biden and company, aren't they pushing already? I mean, that's what he would argue. He says, I'm already pushing on Bibi Netanyahu to change, and you know, then it's on Israel to make those changes. He would say he's already doing it.
Well, here's the problem. Working within the realm of what Bibi Netanyahu is willing to do will never work, because that person has been against Palestinian self-determination his whole career. He's never been for a just peace. And the president needs to go beyond that now and speak directly to the Israeli people and the Palestinian people and say, now you're undermining U.S. national security interests. The whole region is aflame. We're worried about South Lebanon. We're worried about the Red Sea. We're worried about Yemen. This occupation, this conflict is causing big problems. And I'm going to now step up in a different way and lead a push for peace.
Okay, understood. That's your
voters in Michigan.
Your point of view, obviously, and the point of view of many others. I do want to ask you one question, Congressman, before I let you go, to try to put this in some context. This movement, you know, 100,000 is a lot of votes and a lot more than a lot of people thought, 100,000 plus. But how big really is this movement? I mean, for example, when Barack Obama was running for re-election, as you know, in 2012, he was unopposed, but still 10.7% of the vote then went to uncommitted. Now it's a little over 13%. So in context, is this as big a deal as, you know, people like you would like to think it is?
Well, I think it is, and I'll tell you why. Because the people who voted uncommitted weren't defecting from, otherwise they would have voted for the president. They would have stayed home, Connell. I mean, this is an election that had no drama. There was no question. This is an incumbent Democratic president who's otherwise done a good job, who's running for re-election. He will be our nominee.
Right. Well, so was Obama, though, in 2012.
So was Obama, but this is very different. This is a clear protest vote against policies in Gaza, and we really, I'm telling you, I don't want to see Donald Trump anywhere near the White House ever again. I am absolutely going to do what I can to help the president win re-election, but I also know that there are shades of 1968 here, Connell. This is a deep problem for the whole Democratic Party. War is not good for Democrats electorally. and the young people of this country are super upset about Gaza. And you know what? Michigan leads the nation in young voter participation,
Right.
37%, #1 state in the country. Wow, all of a sudden that doesn't help the president if
No,
they're
you're
mad
right
at
about
him.
the young vote. I mean, a lot of people are saying this is an Arab American voter issue or Muslim
Not
American, but
only,
it's more than that. It's the young voters. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.